My time. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. It's time for Ridiculous Faith, Prophetic Fridays. It is time. It is time. Let me share the video and get this day started. I'm so excited about my now. I'm just so excited. God is transitioning me from everything that I once had to where I'm going next. Let me share it now. Y'all come on in, share it, share it, share it. Happy Friday to you. I'm going to pray and get started. It's my time. It's just my time. It's not my fault. It's just my time. It's just my time. I am excited about this next season, this new season. I need to write something on my to-do list so I don't forget it. Um, hey, everybody. Dr. Seaton, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yesterday was amazing. My husband said he never saw me fall out like that. I just fell out. He said, I don't even think you spoke. I crawled from the computer to the bed and just fell out. And I woke up this morning. I worked so hard yesterday, but we had a 4-hour class. It was intended to be 2 hours. I knew it was gonna be a little over 2 hours, but it wound up being 4 hours. It was a phenomenal class. First of all, I would work like that any day. That's all I want to do from now on is those classes, y'all. I came up with a good plan yesterday. Just do it. I could do that once a month. Okay. Dr. Seaton, I'm trying to help you, bro. We made millionaires last night. If they do it, if they work it, it will work. And so God is up to something. I think that's it. This is my life. This is what I'm gonna do. I want y'all to receive this. I may have spent, let me say, the first 2 hours. I'm talking to Toya here. So the first class was about 2 hours. The second class was about 3 hours. So that's 5 hours. For me to upload my videos and do the other work, that was about another 5 hours. So this class that I did yesterday was about 10 hours of work that I did over 6 weeks' time. So 10 hours of work. It was, I think, 45 total paid for it at $1,000 a piece. So that's $45,000 divided by 10. So how much did I make? $4,500 an hour. Sign me up for that job.
I'll take it.
Sign me up for that job. Are they hiring? Are they hiring? I made $4,500 an hour. That's why when people say, "Can I have a minute of your time?" I'm like, "Can you afford a minute of my time?" Because baby, that minute is going up. 4,500. I didn't even know, and that was sweatless victory. I did, Dr. Seaton, I did a $42 ad, which yielded that many people, and I was making posts and stuff, but no big heavy labor. I might have did a video or two, but $42 yielded. Hey, so somebody, I dare you to type, "It's my time," though. It's not coming. It's not coming. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'm going to give you some principles that we talked about. And number one is you got to position yourself. One of the things that I've done, somebody said it to me, and they said it in a way that, hey, Dr. Lisa, they said it in a way like you live out loud, but it was kind of like in a way like you do too much, and I don't live out loud like you do. But the reason why I position myself is the reason why people can follow me is like I see where you're going. I see what you're doing. Um, thank you so much. That coming from you. Listen, I can stick the chest out, okay? Dr. C said you're anointed and brilliant. What I'm saying is we're too brilliant to be broke. You're too brilliant to be, you know too much. If people call you, I know people call Toya all day. Toya, such and such. How are you a resource? Understand. How are you in the flow of everybody else's teach, girl? Already, you're in the flow of everybody else's dream. You got the answer for everybody else's thing. Then the pipe need to get wet, because when water flows through a pipe, it gets wet. So if I am a resource for the kingdom, I should be having more manifestation than I'm having right now. If people say, Dr. C, let me holler at you for a minute, let me run something by you. It sound like I'm in the way of money, and that's a good thing. You just not charging for it. You just don't charge for it. The difference between me and you, I'd be like, oh, that sounds real good. So here's what we can do. We can set up. We can set. Y'all gotta set it up. Y'all gotta set it up. You have to set it up. You gotta set it up. Set it. Do you have the ways to get money? Let me go through the ways to get. This is not my lesson for the day, but y'all making me go here, because I don't think you opened up the portal. Water needs a place to go, and it will go everywhere there's a space. Okay, I want you to check this out though. It will go everywhere there's a space. Now listen to this. Money is currency, where we get the word current. So it has to have some place to flow. And I want to say your money's getting stocked up because you don't have room for it. Make room, let them work. You gotta make room for it. Make room for money. Whatever you don't make room for, you don't really care about. Okay, your wife says you want to go somewhere, you like, I gotta fit it in because you want to go to this restaurant. Somebody you don't really talk to, and y'all keep saying y'all gonna get together, and you don't really want to do it anyway. You be like, oh, bro, my time is just, because what's important to you, you make room for. And God told me that. He said, around masterclass, you start making money important. So you have a whole team of people saying, okay, I need you to call these people. I need you to do. And you watch your money grow during that season because you've given attention to it. But all through the year, you teach money like an interruption of your work. And therefore, it comes and goes, ebbs and flows, And I said, oh, okay. So if I have a designated team that's focused on growing my money, maintaining my money and all of that, then I would have more. He said, there you go. It's simple, right? We're not intimate enough with our finances. Like you a quickie. You do a workshop real quick, you do something real quick, and you got money, you got enough money to pay. You pay for Bali. Okay, that's over with. I'll see you next time. London, I'll see you in London. That's a, what's that called? Maybe you have an affair with money and not a relationship. You know what I mean? Because a relationship requires cultivation. And if you're in a relationship, I've been married for 26 years. I'd be like, every 5 years, I'm like, we got to do something. We got to have a talk because we got to do something different. Because every 5 years we change, and I need something different. Because what I used to want at 20, I don't want that anymore. And that's the same thing with money. If you're treating your money like you used to treat it, then that's why the relationship is not growing. Okay, you need counseling, okay? Because your money is not happy. Your money is not happy with you. You got to be fruitful and multiply. You're supposed to grow it. You're supposed to grow it. I know you're doing better than most of your family, but that ain't what we're talking about. Because anything that doesn't grow or stagnant, that ain't cool. So how do we do that? Let's get back into it. Number one is I got to understand my position. As a dominionaire, I have authority over everything that concerns me. I need you to understand it. I have dominion over my money, over everything that concerns me. I have dominion over my health. I get to tell my body to line up. If it ain't acting right, I get to tell it, according to Isaiah 53 and 5, I am healed, even with the evidence of symptoms. Symptoms don't faze me. The truth of the matter is I am healed. The facts may be I have a symptom, but the truth is I'm healed. And I only meditate and declare out of my mouth truth. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things of good report. That's Philippians, right? So why am I saying things that's not true? I'm sick. That's not true. That's not true. You said, Pastor Monica, the fact is, first of all, I didn't ask you how you felt. I didn't ask you, God didn't ask you, which scripture where he asked you how you feel. He said, let the weak say I'm strong. I didn't ask you how you felt. So that's my position though. My position is I'm above only. And when I have an above mentality, anything beneath me doesn't get my attention. Teach Pastor Monica, lack is beneath me. You don't gain my attention. I'm a poverty disruptor and a lack eliminator. You don't get to stay in my presence. Be gone. Sickness be gone. Depression be gone. Anxiety be gone. Frustration and agitation and irritation be gone. You don't get to stay here. So, but that's my position. What is your position? Are you tolerating things that you should have dominion over? Are you playing nicely or laying down for people to walk all over you? I realize even with my business, sometimes we start businesses and we're so grateful that we have clients that we let them do whatever until I realize, you don't get to do that to me. And while I serve you as my client, I still don't work for you like that. Like, I need you to understand you ain't my boss. Like, I need you to, that was cute. Yeah, no. I'm putting my foot down with a lot of stuff in this season. And I'm gonna keep it classy though. But I'm real, like, certain things I'm not gonna do. You don't want to pay it? Okay, that's my price. And so, but that's my position. I'm going to be very firm in my position. I'm going to be very professional. I'm going to be very firm. Okay. Firm. And this girl's getting ready to get some deportment because I'm in school. So I'm going to, I'm going to learn some deportment. I just took a business ethics class. I'm in a business law class and a business communication. So she's going to know how to talk. I'm going to be so professional. And I'm still going to say no, but it's going to be the sweetest no you ever heard. So that's my position. Number 2 is my pace. Now, we talked about it. I'm in school, a program called Your Pace. Well, most people would do one class at a time. So that means I could take one a semester. Why would you want to do that? You're going to get out when you're 90. Like, it won't even matter what degree you have, right? So, yeah, no. My pace is, can I do 10? If I told you, I'm not even trying to tell you how many classes I'm doing this semester because you're going to be like, that is absurd. Okay, I'm going to tell you, just all I need is one person to say, tell me. All I need is somebody to hype me up to say, PM, just tell me. I'm telling you. If one person say, how many classes are you taking this? Oh, okay. King is on TikTok. King said, tell me. King, it don't even seem possible. I don't even know. All right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm taking 15 classes. No. You heard 15 credits. You say, oh, that's a full load, PM, because 12 is normal. 12 is 4 classes at 3 credits. That's 12, 12 credits. And you think you heard 15. You said sometimes people take 18 credits, which is 6 classes. That's 6 times 3. That's 18. No. I'm taking 15 classes in an 8-week module. That is ridiculous. I had to get it approved. I had to go to my success coach. They had to look at my records. They had to look at my history. And this is week 2 of that 8-week module. I tried to look at stuff last night. I couldn't even look at it. I was cross-eyed. Week 1, I did not do as much as I wanted to do, Dr. Seaton. I only did 4 classes. No. You don't understand. They're asynchronous. So I completed 4 classes. One day I was doing schoolwork for 8 hours. I watched videos and articles, and y'all need to understand. I'm listening to videos like I speed up YouTube videos, and I'm just looking at their mouths, and I'm looking at the captions, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, Lord, let me take it in, 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 let me take it in. And the Lord, before I went to school, I said, God, I need you to anoint me. First of all, I have a great memory anyway. Ask my husband. I'd be like, that's not what you said. He'll tell you she got a good memory. Like, okay, so I'm literally watching the people's mouths and I'm looking at it. And then don't do this, because my husband used to do that to me. I took a speed reading class in college, and so he'll read something, and I'll be like, "You still reading it?" Like, I'm already on to the next page, and he's like, "You didn't retain it." By the time I finish, I will regurgitate everything. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do yourself. Dr. C, and I said this yesterday. I was going through these classes so fast that the computer, the system, it must have glitched. And let me tell you what your cousin said. Your little cousin said, Mommy be gassing herself up. I'm going to tell you why he said that. Because I said, all of a sudden, I've been taking all of these classes all this time, and now they're going to ask me for my driver's license, and they wanted to do facial recognition. Why now? And some of y'all might say, oh, because you was in the Bahamas and Bali. I did it in Bali. They didn't say nothing. So the region didn't change the metrics. I did it in the Bahamas. I took classes in the Bahamas several times when we're there. Nothing ever happened. But the rate in which I'm going, that computer says she a bot. She a bot. She is a whole bot. This is no way in heck that this girl is taking this many classes that they said you got to identify yourself. And so when I told my husband, I said, let me tell y'all what it did. It asked for my identity because they don't even believe I'm human. Now, I'm not just trying to gloat about it. I'm going to tell you this. I told Lauren this today. Why are you going so fast? Because I'm so apt to change my mind. Y'all know I don't stay in nothing long. I'll be on to the next. You like, what kind of program she coming out with next? So I know me. And see, that's the thing. You procrastinate so if you just don't, first of all, you tell them people you're gonna go out tonight. And if you don't get out the house by 8 o'clock, you ain't going, right? I know me. And if I'm not moving at this speed of momentum where I'm seeing gratification and results, I'm not going to stay in it. I am a results oriented person, which is why Weight Watchers never worked for me. I'd be like, 2 pounds of what? Oh, I already want a Snickers. Like, if I'm not losing weight drastically, then okay, I lost 5 pounds in the Bahamas this time. Okay, I feel good about myself. But if I'm not losing weight, like I'm not, I don't want no points. I'm not, and you want me to read and do points and stuff? No, I can't calculate that. I need to see some results. So that's why it never worked for me. So for me, I have to have results. Come on, y'all. Somebody say results. This is the year of favorable results in record time. This is the year. Listen to this. The first half of my year, I thought it was gonna be this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and it didn't work out. I didn't start this until May, and now by the end of December, I'm gonna have 2 degrees. First of all, and this ain't from the school that you like. What kind of school is that? No, D1. Okay, I'm just put it out there. Why are you telling me this? Because I don't care what they say. I don't care if it's never been done before. Then good. It's a great time to make history because history is made up of first. And I'm all right with being first. And you saying, well, that's too much. But if I had listened to you, I would say it. My husband said, that's too much. It's too much till it's not. And it might be too much. And then if I tried it in the first 3 classes, I'm like, oh, this was more than I thought, then I wouldn't have done it. But if I stopped looking at what human limitation said and I just kept going through, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. It's notes, it's a video, and it's an article, module 1. Notes, video. Okay, so I see the pace and what they do. They pretty much give you notes, but then you an assessment, a little quiz, then another little quiz after every module, and then at the end you take a final. Listen to this. I've set my expectation. I've set my expectation. I went through it slow the first time. I don't know why. I was kind of nervous. And then every time I submitted the work, I was like so nervous. Now you do this for a living. And guess what it said? I'm gonna post it too, because y'all think I'm just what the kids say capping. Exemplary. What does that mean? Oh, it defines it for you at the bottom. It says exceeds proficiency. When I tell you, she can make crush it. And people keep trying to say, people keep trying to say, pace yourself, pace yourself, pace yourself. You don't know what you're saying when you tell when you telling me my pace, oh, it's already done. When you say my pace, get out of your head is too much. Get out of your head is too hard. Get out of your head. And still making money. And have a 42, what was it, $45,000 class? And more, because we did a bunch of stuff last night. That's why we was doing at 12 o'clock, selling, upselling. Okay, you better upsell. So we get a $50,000, $60,000 class. So I'm getting paid to go to school. Yes. Sign me up. I'll get 5 doctorates. Let's get another one. This is Greg. I think we just need to do something together. I think we need to do something together. Because I think if you saw it from my vantage point, I think you would be like, oh. Sometimes I think I got to do stuff with people because I think you overthink it. I probably underthink some stuff. That's why I'd be like, God, I need you to save me. He like, this girl always doing something. I'm always doing something. I'm always doing something. I'd be like, Jig, I'm about to have a conference in Tibet. Didn't look at nothing else. I just came up with it. But I think sometimes people just overthink it when you see it. If you saw the pictures that I put, go to look at my page and you see those people and just say 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, then you'd be like, I'm overthinking it or something. You probably would have had, listen to this. Did I have a power? I didn't have a PowerPoint. The first time I had a PowerPoint, didn't I? The first time I had a PowerPoint. Maybe 5 slides because I'm not a PowerPointer. School will make you a PowerPointer. But I have 5 slides and then all I do is stop it and be like, you know what? I don't want to do the slides anymore. I'd be like, I don't want to do the slides anymore. Because guess what? I'm a professional speaker, not a PowerPoint presenter person. My words have value. My thoughts are worth money. You weren't about your presentation, and I'm not mad at a PowerPoint presentation. And but my words have value. I was teaching them stuff last night. People was like, PM. You should see. It was like steam was blowing from their head. They're like, oh my God, I know so much resources. That's why it prepared me for school because I'm used to researching, which is why a PhD is the best degree for me, right? Because I'm always researching. I always know, okay, bro, you need to understand. It's a new website out here. It's a new. I'm always onto my new. I'm always onto my next. I dare you to type, I'm a resource. If you become a resource, you become more valuable. Because if your job is letting stuff go, they ain't gonna let their resource person go. Because you're too valuable. Your church is making changes, not the resource person, because you're too valuable. Say I'm a resource. I'm a whole resource. I want you to make yourself a resource. Whatever you do, learn everything about it. Toy does daycare. She want to get out. Let me tell you, for everybody who want to get out, listen to this. This is so good, Monica. For everybody who wants to get out of their field, let me show you how to get into it. Oh no, oxymoron, okay, because she in school. Oxymoron is a seemingly contradiction. Okay, listen. Okay, see. Okay. I'm gonna do this like the whole time. But let me tell you this. For everybody who's trying to get out of their field, I'm gonna show you how to get into it. Help me. Okay, let me help you. If I was Toy and I want to get away from the kids, Miss Toy, I want to get out of that part of it. Everybody wants to start a daycare. I would have resources for daycares, how to start a daycare, get out of your way. I would have little videos about how I started. And if you can't qualify for a daycare center, then just get multiple houses. I would just, oh, I would give the plan. I would do this. I would have daycare retreats. I would have daycare owner this. I would have the daycare SP awards. I made it up. I don't know what the SP stand for. That's sports stuff, but I would have the daycare awards. I would have a whole empire doing everything but watching your kids. That's what I'm talking about. So that's the kind of stuff I would do. If you are a hairdresser and you want life beyond the chair, that would be a book. Um, Life beyond the chair, you get it. And I would do classes, I would do seminars, I would bring in cutting specialists and whatever. Hey guys, listen, we're gonna have a great time today. What? I would do everything but your hair. That's what I would do. So whatever skill you have, you can be a consultant with that. You could be a whole resource with that. Now I'm a resource. Everybody loves a good resource. People will pay for a resource. It's not that they couldn't get the information. You just made it so convenient. And convenience stores, you paying $7 for bread. You like, now the market is across the street, but I just don't feel like dealing with them people. So I'm gonna go right here to the convenience store. I'm gonna pay double the price for it. It's not that they can't get the information, they just didn't. You find yourself to be a resource at something, and people be like, oh, okay. Find yourself a problem to fix. I just made you rich. Find yourself a problem to fix. Keep going, PM. Okay. You're forcing my hand. People I don't even know if do you have to take the GRE anymore? I don't know if you still have to take it because a lot of schools you don't need it no more. But if you did, that would be a resource. I would have books on passing the GRE for dummies. I would have classes on how to get in law school, medical school, just all of that. Just be that person. Like, hey guys, I know. Listen. I know it's challenging. You're doing something that only 10% of the population is doing. When I tell you, I would just be like some tips. I would just be a resource. I'm just a resource. Jennifer had a successful practice. Other people want to start a practice. They don't even know about their life yet, but you become a resource for it. I've been there, done it. So now I got the t-shirt and hat, and I can tell you what traps not to fall into. I can be a resource. My dreams are not over. They just changed. It's not over. I still accomplished what I accomplished. You understand what I mean? What if we just had don't be saying I can't get in it yet, Dr. G. Dr. G, what if we had a whole elite group for black PhDs? Well, let's not leave the other people out. Black doctors, the black doctor, right? What if just oh my God, like cruise ships and all of that stuff? What if we just had a whole elite group of black urban professionals that who have reached the highest pinnacle of success in their careers? What would that conversation look like? What would that party look like? What would that come on? Let's go. Okay, Janelle, all I did was reset. I'm just back. I'm back and we're back. All I did was reset. So what if we did that? Like, wouldn't that be awesome? Like, yeah. I'm just saying to you that whatever you are, you're a resource. And if you become a resource, then you become necessary for the kingdom of God. You become necessary. And everything you do need to feed that resource. I would have pamphlets, I would have QR codes, I would have everything just on that thing. That thing. That thing. If you die with your dream and not duplicate yourself, you are not kingdom. Stop talking about you kingdom. You're not kingdom. You're not kingdom. Dave drives trucks. But how long you gonna do that? You don't want to do that forever. But it's other people that want to drive trucks, but they can't pass the test. So now that's a whole, I find a problem and solve it. I find a problem and I solve it. So Ask Dave becomes a thing. Oh, have you heard of Ask Dave? Because I don't even know if this is I probably need to take business communication too, because I'm about to say this all wrong. This is not getting ready to be because I don't even know how to say this nicely. I'm really trying to, this computer's trying to go. I was trying to say failures follow a pattern, but that don't sound right. And I'm sure I'm supposed to say it differently. I'm sure I'm probably supposed to say that different. Failures follow a pattern. Why am I saying that? Because if people keep failing the trucking test, then it's the same thing. They normally get the same thing wrong. It's the same part that stumps people. In the real estate test, it's the same part that stumps. It's the second part of the real estate test that people get stumped at. It's always the same thing because failures follow a pattern. You need to follow the pattern that failures follow and then become the solution to that failure. Like I don't get what y'all don't get. Do you get what I get? Because that makes sense to me. Did it make sense? Because it made sense to me. People who fail, they typically fail. The driver's test at the same place. They typically fail at the same place. So you become the resource for the place that they fail. Okay, you knew you had to take it 4 times. So you know, like whether it's your Series 6 license or your insurance license, typically whatever stumps people is the thing that stumps people in the you know. Okay, now that's the selling point. Because she said Dave, she's taking up for her husband. She said, but Dave passed his in the first try. I mean, just saying. Just saying that he passed his in the first try. That's a book, How to Pass It on the First Try. That's another book. I just created another book, How to Pass It on the First Try. I'm trying to get you to understand that he who solves problems get paid. I don't run from problems. I'm running to problems. Ooh, can I find another problem to solve? What problem? Consolata, what problem? I don't want to hear nothing about in Kenya, they don't do this. I don't care nothing about that good because I be the one to do it. Be the one, be the change. Be the change. Well, they don't do that here. Oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of it here. What don't they do in your area? Because y'all love telling me, because see, in Delaware, they don't do that. And okay, good. Now I'm gonna be the one. You know I'm starting this in Delaware, right? What don't they do in Florida? What don't they do? Where y'all at? What don't they do? Tell me what they don't do. And I'm saying you the one tasked to do it. Thank you, Andrea. You the one that tasked to do it. I don't care if you don't know nobody. Make it known. I'll be in the Clay Hills of Georgia, and I'll make it known. Y'all don't even know it's a Goose Creek, South Carolina. I'll make Goose Creek famous. Okay, we'll have an annual conference right here at Goose Creek where everybody come from all over the world. Make it famous. I'm tasking you. Make it famous. Make it famous. Make it a reason people come to. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to partner with several of y'all because you know I'm gonna have free time because these projects about to be over, so I'm gonna have free time. Okay, which y'all want to partner with? Y'all want me to partner with you? Because I'm gonna show you how to do some stuff. I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, you overthinking it. It really is not that deep. Let's get 25 people to pay $1,000. Okay, you got to pay my finder fee, but I can hook you up. Let me help you sell it. Let me help you get people registered. That's what I told them last night. You took my author certification. Let's work on your first boot camp. I know how to get people to sign up. Let me talk to them. Let me talk to them. I had a girlfriend of mine before. I was helping her start a school, and I said, she's on here sometimes. I said, first thing you do is you get people to register as to a coach, so you can certify them as instructors. Instructors is what I said. Instructors, and then you start the school. And she's like, PM, I know you do your thing, girl. She gave me so many accolades. She said, I know you do your thing, girl, but a lot of these people are AME and Baptists, they don't like to pay for stuff. I said, they'll pay for it. If you have it all set up, you know, whatever. And she's like, PM, you know what I mean? Like she was patronizing me. She said, you know, you cute. But yeah, these people don't like to pay. I said, set it up. I want you to get the website. I want you to do the video. I want you to do that. And we're gonna get people to sign up. I said, PM. Okay. So I said, we're gonna have a launch party and we're gonna invite people who want to teach for your school. We're gonna invite them to come and we're gonna do a presentation. We're gonna show the video. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. She said, okay. People were all on the edge of their seat. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I know I saw her. She's bracing up that when we come with the end part of what you got to pay, that's when people going to be like looking down. I said, how many of y'all want to do it? How many of y'all want to be a part of this? Everybody, me. I said, this is awesome. That's what I'm talking about. I knew y'all was going to show up. And I said, so here's what we're going to do. The certification is $5.99, and people did what she told. And I said, hey, you just excited. I said, but for the people that are on tonight, we're gonna do it for $3.99. I said, everybody, we're just gonna do it for $3.99. It's not $6.99, whatever it was. I said it's gonna be $3.99. And she might have had 29 people on, 30 people. She might have 30, I don't know. Something, it was a nice number. Everybody but one signed up, and the other one signed up the next day. Don't play with me. Play with something safe, because I'm not it. She said her husband was like, now I doubted it at the first time when she was telling you to do this stuff, but that girl is the truth, and she is and am. But see, I expect for it to work. Maybe things not working because you don't expect it to work. Okay, bring in that energy. That's that. Now we know it's the Holy Ghost and all of that, but the world will say that energy. You bring in that energy, like you don't. The Bible says, if you come hungry and thirsty, you shall. That speaks to expectation. I expect when I speak, people are going to respond. I'm more shocked if they don't. I expect people to do. She looked at me, she said, girl, I have been working with this girl for such and such, and she has never paid. I'm like, because you didn't do what I just did. Listen, how come the world get it? Okay, let me prove my point. You already know the setup. You know the deal. You know the setup. Okay. So you think I don't really have a whole lot of money, so we're gonna go to Busch Gardens. Okay. Oh, we should just y'all know I like to act it out. Janelle, I'm still auditioning, okay? I like to act it out. Oh, we should go wait. We should go to Busch Gardens, but you don't have a bunch of money because you like them tickets is like $200 a person. Because I want to go to Water Country. So we don't really have a lot of money, but I found this thing on the internet where they have 5 days for a whole apartment for $299. And it just sounds like a good idea. But you and your city of your soul know there is something more to it. And they're like, hi, how are you? Like, yeah, this is Monica Haskell to bring my family down. And it's like, okay, it's only $299. I'm like, it's nothing else, right? It's no strings attached. No, it's nothing else. All you need to do is what? All you need to do is what? Listen to this 90-minute presentation. You already know what it is. So, but you like, but the value, I'm getting a whole apartment that look cute. I'm getting tickets to the park. I'm getting that. The value of it is worth it. So you get in your car and you like, kids, we're going on a trip. This is real story. And you pack up and you're like, oh my God, we're going on vacation. And you tell your oldest child, you say, Lauren, watch Matt and Sean. We got cereal in there. We got different things in there. We got French toast sticks in there. Y'all have a good time. Mommy and daddy gotta go to this presentation. Let me tell you how it goes. I tell my husband, because my husband, he got a hard outer shell, but Bishop is a softie. I don't know why he be trying to play tough. I be looking at him like, we're gonna play this for everybody else because you won't fold. So I tell him, I say, babe, good cop, bad cop. Okay, good cop, bad cop. Okay, because we know how this goes. I'm not buying no. Even when I didn't have no money, I don't want to go to the same place every time. I'm not buying no timeshare. Okay, babe, but no. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We get in there. I hate to talk about your passing injury, but we get in there and we looking at it. We're like, oh, this is nice. No, it's nice though. It really is nice. We get through the first presentation, and my husband for the firm, he's like, well, right now, we got children in private school, and and the guy's like, oh, I understand that. I understand that. So this $2,000 a month ain't gonna work for you. And they just keep going down the list. Y'all know what happens. And okay, let's go get your tickets. And then before you go, Anthony, my manager, needs to come over. And Anthony sits down, like, hey, folks, how you doing? Right, shake your hand, all that. Did you get something to drink? And then Anthony has it for not for the low price of $9.97. And my like, ain't nobody got $1,000 to give this a mom. And so he's like, no. And I'm like, no, okay. Then okay, Maria comes over and it's $5.99. Then we get all the way down to Jack. Jack is the guy that's gonna close it. All throughout, you hear ring, ring, ring. We got another seller. Now we know what's coming. When it gets to that $99, my husband's like, it's $99. Even if we don't come back. I said, babe, we're not doing it. And he'd be like, okay. Then he'd be like, but you don't have to do it if I do it. Babe, we're not doing it. It gets to but that's happening. Come on, y'all. That's what's going to happen. You expected that to happen, and yet you folded. I am teaching way better than you. I'm saying to me. It's about, the minute you say yes, the devil's seeking to and fro who he may devour, and you still folded. I'll be steadfast and immovable, but I'm like, I'm still not doing it. $99. I probably let some good deals go because I made up my mind I ain't doing it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I forgot my point, but that was good. Y'all followed the story so closely. Oh, I know where I was going. Since you fell for it, doggone it. That's why every time I finish a seminar, I got some offerings at the end because I remember that people's mindset is, even though they went, I know PM going to start some stuff. I know PM going to have an offering, but I'm not. I'm just taking this class. I'm taking this class and this class until you have something that's irresistible and irrefusable. And then they like, okay, can I get a payment plan, PM? Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. This is business. This is the nature of how it goes. But why aren't you doing it then? If you fall for it, you can identify. Y'all can identify with my story because you got a few times years because y'all fell for it. But so why aren't you doing it? Why do you have one good event and not talking about your next event? Why are you doing this and not have payment plans for people to sign up? What? I'm confused. What was I talking about before? I was talking about enough places for money to go. Write this down. Do you have Stripe? Did you know if your business accepts Stripe, it automatically attaches to Affirm and Klarna and a number of those buy now, pay later options where you don't even have to get a separate account. And all you have to do is get Stripe and they'll be able to pick the different options to pay. So now you got something for $100, $200, $300 and somebody only paid $30. And so they're more apt to say yes to you because they only came out of their pockets today, $30. You don't owe them nothing. You don't have to check up with it. They're making an agreement with that company and they paid you 100% already. Do you know about Square? Square has the same thing, Affirm already attached to it. Do you know about Split? You never heard of it. Look it up. Do you know about Venmo? Do you know about Whoosh? WHOSH? WHOSH. It sounds like you need somewhere for money to go. Because every time I open up a new portal, when I started accepting Zelle, then people started paying by Zelle. When I started accepting Cash App, people started paying by Cash App. When I started accepting, it sounds like you need some more places for your money to go. Y'all playing with me, and I'm doing so good on I was gonna say Good Friday, on a prophetic Friday. You don't have enough places for money to go. People with no money will try to get money to you. Come on. When you have those options, obviously, if people had money, they wouldn't really need those options. But I'm getting money from everybody. For the people who have it and the people who don't have it, I'll make it work. Oh, see, y'all think it's not ethical. Well, Pastor Monica, is that right? Well, listen, the prophet, when the woman was getting ready to be sold into, her children was getting ready to be sold into slavery. The prophet came to her house. He said, what do you have in your house? She said, I don't have nothing but a little bit of oil. He said, go borrow vessels and borrow not a few. So he was telling her to borrow a seed so that she can get overflow. What I'm teaching is life-giving. So if you're going to use your credit card for something, you might as well use it for something that's going to give you a return on your investment. Did she just prove her point and did? There are several times throughout the Bible where people borrow to receive. So why not participate in something you're already participating in? Okay, just a bunch of what do you mean? Many of you so, right? You like, well, someone's not bad because I believe in that. And I know you, oh girl, I know you right. I know you right. But the Bible says, whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. You just don't have no way to reap, though. Oh, come on, y'all. You can partner with me, and I appreciate you. Please don't stop. But where your partners at? You forgot the other part of the equation. You you don't have no way to reap. Where can your partner sow? Oh, PM, I ain't had no partners. That's the point. That's the that's the point. Jesus had the disciples was his partners. And he never expected them to sell without a return on their investment. Okay, prove your point. Okay. Peter said, Jesus, you can use my boat. Jesus used his boat, partnership. Peter made himself available for a kingdom agenda, a kingdom assignment. Jesus wanted to preach on the Lake of Gennesaret. Peter had a boat. Here's my seed. Use my boat. Jesus preached on the boat. Preach, preach, preach. Then he comes back and he says, now, Peter, the way that the law of the harvest works is that you can't sow without reaping. So now, let's go fishing again. What happened? What happened? I'm asking y'all a question. What happened? Peter got what? A net breaking experience in a place where he failed at because he had a seed, and God never forgets a seed sown. He can't turn it. God cannot turn his back on the seed. That y'all need to shout about that. All the seeds you sow, you need to dance right. You're missing your dance. God can't turn his back on the seed. I don't think I ever said that. God can't turn his back on the seed. You might have forgot, but he didn't. So he says, Pete, I know it's late. Let's go fishing. And the harvest you reap is greater than the seed you've sown. Teach, girl. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have to work with. The harvest you reap is greater than the seed you sown. You never get back what you put in it. God don't pay dollar for dollar. So he sold a boat, he get a boatload of fish. So much so that his nets break and everybody eats. When I sow, everybody eats. Everybody eats. Everybody eats. When you have that mentality that everybody eats, God will make sure you always have. The reason why knowledge keeps coming to me, he said, because she gonna tell everything she know. I'm a tattletale. I'm like, oh, you know what you could do? I'm always telling stuff. I can't keep it to myself. Said I wasn't gonna tell nobody. Said I wasn't gonna tell nobody. Said I wasn't gonna tell nobody. Said I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but I couldn't keep it to myself. I had to tell somebody else what the Lord has done for me. When I tell you, I can't keep it to myself. I'll be like, okay, all you got to do. I'm trying to get you to a net breaking experience. Some of you are you just okay, let me just break this down. Some of you are too stubborn to reap. Let me tell you, Peter almost lost his harvest. Listen to this, Greg. Dr. Greg, he was a new and let me tell you something about Dr. G. He don't care nothing about me calling him Greg. That's my cousin. So he don't care nothing about me calling him Greg or Dr. G. I do it because I'm so proud of him and all the stuff, all his accomplishments. And when I become doctor, I'm everybody calling me doctor. Okay, I went back to school. What is it? Doctor who? Uh-huh. Praise the Lord. So let's just practice. Okay. Anyway. Um, my great kids. Dr. Mimi. Dr. Mimi. Get it right, ladies. What was I saying? Some of you are too stubborn to read. Peter almost lost his harvest because Peter had to have Peter was abreast of the facts. Peter, first of all, Peter knew these waters, and you're a carpenter, not even a great one. And I know you like, don't talk about the Lord like that. Don't talk about the master. He's every time Jesus was referred to, he was referred to as the son of a carpenter, which means you're an apprentice. You ain't even the top of your craft, and you trying to tell me how to fish. So Peter said, "We toiled here all night, master, and didn't catch anything." Jesus said, "Your stats ain't got nothing to do with me." I mean, this is the Haskell version. Jesus said, "What that got to do with me? I'm talking to you. What does how many times you fail have to do with me? I told you, launch into the deep. I told you, Andrea, go at it again. Stop telling him unnecessary information. We told here all night and didn't catch nothing. I didn't ask you that. I said, launch into the deep. I said, let down your nets for a drop." Peter almost lost everything because Jesus said, let down your nets. He put down a net. Now this is eisegesis, what I see in it, right? What I see in the scripture. I think Peter said, listen, we look at all them other fishermen washing their nets. We did this, Jesus. So I'm just going to oblige you because I'm a new disciple. So y'all got to study the Bible. He's a new disciple at this point. He says, I'm going to oblige you and I'm just going to let down a net because I'm not trying to wash all of that stuff. See, some of y'all don't want the inconvenience of success. Teach, girl. You don't want the inconvenience of success. You don't want to put all your eggs out there. You don't want to do all of that because it might, if you got to clean all this up and it don't work and all of that kind of stuff. So he literally disobeyed God. So that's why the nets broke and he could have lost everything and God would have still kept his word. But let's not go there. Grace and mercy stepped in. I'm saying to you, why you keep talking back? If he said let down your nets, let down your nets. If he meant net, he would have said nets, but he said nets. I'm just doing what Jesus tell me to do. Y'all can get mad if you want, but I'm doing what Jesus tell me what to do. He tell me what to do, I do it. I'm a very literal person anyway. That's how I am. That's why I used to get in trouble from my mom. She said, say something else. I would say something else. She would pop me. I'm confused. You just told me to say something else. Like, I'm very literal. People think I'm being a jerk. That's just the way my brain is wired. I hope that don't mean nothing wrong. Dr. G, is there something wrong because I'm very literal? Is that a condition? The devil is a lie, not wrong with me. But I'm just saying I'm very literal. That's why in relationships I be confused. Like, oh, I don't want to decode nothing. I don't want no. Can you just tell me what we supposed to do? That's why in organizations in church, you preaching and you about to get in trouble. But in organizations in church, when they have the unspoken rules, in this camp and that camp, and they got the unspoken rules, and the bishop is mad, and then they preach on you and stuff like that. Just tell me what to do. If you tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it. If you tell me what not to do, I won't do it. But now, if you don't give me instructions and it's left for me to figure it out, then it's up to my interpretation. And she is cutting up right now. Dr. Lisa, come get me. See, I don't understand unspoken rules because you said you was fine, and then all of a sudden you don't talk to me no more. So I'm just like, I thought we was fine because you said if we ever have a problem, just come to you and all that. So I find out more and more people don't mean that. But I'm just saying, like, I literally, I'm the best person to have a relationship with, not because I'm perfect, just because I'm clear. Teach. You, Toya, you can act like I'm not teaching. I don't hear you over there because the one thing Toya can attest to, I am clear though. I am clear. You have a relationship with me, you'll know what I like, you know what I don't like. I'm very clear. My husband probably wishes I wasn't that clear because I'd be like, well, I need to talk to you about something. I'm very clear. I'll give 3 points in the close. Like, or do we have an understanding? Listen, I'm very clear. So if we have a relationship, you'll know if something's wrong because I'm clear. I think that's a good thing. I think it's awesome that you don't have to guess. But I'm finding more and more people just rather say, oh, no, I'm fine. Oh, no, everything's great. I think we could talk about it and just make up. I think we could be like, oh, that was fun. We were going to eat. I did, but that's how I handle my life. So I think people would be better off if you just handle stuff like that. Isn't it crazy to leave a conversation and feel like we on the same page and you hug it out and be like, you know what, I'm so glad we had this conversation. And then the person you talk to, you see their Facebook message and they be like, people think, you'd be like, oh wait, oh wow, is this a message? I thought it was, because I had thought what we said, and then, oh my, wow, that's deep. Or they put a certain scripture up and you'd be like, wait, I don't understand stuff like that. I don't understand it for so many. Y'all got me on tangents right now, but I don't understand it. One, because I'm a Christian. I'm like, the Bible literally said if you have a problem with your brother or sister, go to them, and if they don't hear you, bring somebody else. And if they, like, it's very clear, it's very specific. So I'm like, I don't get it. That's number one. Number two, I'm 52. Like, ain't really nothing y'all could take me off that bad that would affect my life and business and everything like that. So it ain't even that deep for me. I'm like, we could talk about it because, yeah. So I don't get holding grudges. I don't get being super petty. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I got kids and grandkids and I got a lot of life going on. I just don't get it. But hey, who am I? Who am I? I love y'all so much. I pray that this was refreshing for you today. Like, I hope that made you, if you don't think about nothing, think about the timeshare. You need to be like the timeshare people. You give up so quick. Do you know they keep ringing the bell? Because a lot of people say yes. They started out with the intention to say no, but in the middle of the presentation decided to say yes. You better get yourself. I think you need to go to ChatGPT and say, can you make my business like the timeshare people? Ask them to build you a funnel like the timeshare people so that when people come from your business, they have an intention to say no, but they go through the funnel. And by the time the funnel ends, they have said yes. That's good. I'm going to do it. I need more yeses in my life. So I need to figure out companies and policies and procedures that get people to say yes. I need to know the psyche beyond, changing somebody's mind. I need to understand. Maybe the $45,000 could be $90,000 in a month. Toya, you about to get a bell. We gonna have you ringing the bell. Toya, hit it, Toya. Toya, I'm gonna pay Toya $10,000 a month. Go ahead, she the bell girl. Ding, ding, ding. We got another one. Y'all playing? Y'all think I'm playing? Buy your bell, okay? Ring. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Listen, okay, we get the bell. The money team is really serious. Y'all think I'm playing? PM money team about to go. Listen. And I'm going to teach them to be bulldogs and super aggressive. We're going to go to Grant Cardone Sales Conference. They're going to come back like, PM really wants you to do it. She really wants to help you. Are you concerned about your dreams? Just say you don't want to please God. They're gonna know how to do it, okay? They're going to be, listen. Just say you don't want to go to heaven. You ain't trying to get in the gate. Just say that. I love y'all so much. I pray everybody sow a seed. Everybody sow a seed. PM Global One, because God knows I taught today. I was funny, but I taught. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. Dr. Laura 1,000 times in this season. PM 1,000 times. We ask every partner to do $100 seed. If y'all could help us on Prophetic Fridays, everybody, if you can, sow $100 seed. That helps us. We got conferences coming up in Kenya. I got so much going on, y'all. I got so much going on. But God is faithful. And so if you can't, just come as close as you can. But I'm asking everybody to sow something. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. Sow something, though. Sow something. You heard something that's like, no, she got a point. Okay, if you don't do nothing but go to ChatGPT and say, make me like the timeshare business. Like we need this many clients. We got to get this many yeses. Cherie, 1,000 times in this season. I need y'all to do it. I need y'all to do it. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. I'm excited I love you too, Cherie. That means the world to me. I need everybody to sow something. Those of you who will watch it later, sow. Will y'all do that for me? Facebook, will y'all sow? Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. Will y'all sow? Will y'all sow? I want to also talk to y'all TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I need to talk to y'all about something really quickly. On I have the dates right here. August 8th through the 10th, I'm having my PM Spiritual Daughters Weekend. All of my daughters from around the world. My expectation, take off. I expect you to be there. Friday day, Friday night, Saturday day and night, and Sunday. Sunday. Spiritual Daughters Weekend is always a powerful time. The Lord gave me a word for you, and the theme for this year's Spiritual Daughters Conference is called Covered. I got you covered, period. And so it's going to be so awesome. Friday day, we have times of impartation. Friday night, we got a girls' night out. And then Saturday, we got a beach day. We got a beach day. Cute little tank tops. We're going to go to the beach, take pictures, eat. We're going to go to the restaurant. We're going to have a ball. Sunday, I'm going to preach, and you're going to go back home. But I need y'all to register as soon as possible. The flyer will come out today. But PM Spiritual Daughters Weekend is going to be phenomenal. If you need hotel rooms, we have special hotel rates and all of that. Some of you say, well, Pastor Monica, what is that all about? A few years ago, Crystal came up to me. I had some spiritual daughters at the church, at my church, but I mentor people from around the world. And Crystal came to me and said, could you, this was before she was a part of our church. She said, can you be my spiritual mom? I said, no. I said, no. I said, I could be your mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to do that? Because I take it seriously. And I knew it's a lot of responsibility to it. And she said, okay. She didn't get offended because, people will do that, like get offended. She didn't get offended. She said, okay. A year later, the Lord said, reminded me of when I was 25, my husband became a bishop. I was young Joan. And the prophet said to me, he said, Deborah, many daughters. And I was like, who are you talking? Because I'm 25. Ain't nobody about to call me Mother Haskell. Okay, this is not about to happen. My kids was little. I just couldn't see it. And God brought me back to that word. And so I put a post out. I said, listen, I ain't soliciting spiritual daughters. I said, but many people look up to me, many people older, some younger. I said, but you need that kind of spiritual authority in your life. And I said, listen, my age don't have nothing to do with it. Jesus's full ministry was at the apex at 33. Could he not be your savior because he was too young? And I put it out there. And I couldn't believe how many people came from all over the world. I said, God, how am I supposed to mother all of these? And God has given me the grace. God has given me the grace. So Spiritual Daughters Weekend is going to be the 8th through the 10th, and it's going to be amazing. And so you need to register and get yourself there. All right. I love you so much. Spiritual Daughters Weekend on deck. I don't want no excuses to my daughters. I don't want no excuses. 3 weeks to work it out. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. I expect to see you in a place and All right. I love you guys so much. 1,000 times for those of you who will sow later. I speak the same blessing over your life in Jesus' name. Amen. Have a great weekend. Y'all pray for us. We're going to Bishop Weeks' 80th birthday party tonight. So I got another gown to wear. I just been wearing a bunch of gowns, but it's all good. Love y'all. Bye. Bye. Oh, somebody was speaking to me on Instagram. I always forget Instagram.